Good evening, race fans. Wow, I'm even a single shot. I didn't think Clinton would be gone. Welcome to Rivalz Race Chat. I'm Adam Ross. Joining me is my sidekick, Clinton Geoffrey. You're the Robin to my Batman, the ace to my Gary. Clinton was just updating.
It said G1.
No, I didn't. I missed that. So, as always, we're here to have all sorts of fun. There's Clinton. He was working away on his end, and I don't know that I've ever opened a show when we were both on it. So it felt kind of good. And Clinton, I was just down working for Joel with Greg Callan tonight, so got to enjoy some of your work on that broadcast. That's going to look really good.
Yeah, so that would be the TSN broadcast of our guys, right?
Yeah, the crate sprints and the 360 sprints. And Joel was just telling me that one of the races that we did is going to be on right after the Cup race this weekend, apparently.
Oh, that's wicked. I didn't get the schedule for that, so excited.
Maybe Xfinity race. One of the races. Yeah, there is no Cup race this weekend. All of NASCAR? Then what was Joel? Oh,
yeah, I think it's all for the Olympics.
Maybe right after Edmonton, then. NASCAR Canada. I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, cool to have our sprint car guys out there on the big show, up on the big screen. And speaking of that, how cool is it was we're coming back through the Edmonton airport there. We look up in the airport was the TSN broadcast from Saskatoon the week before. So it's kind of cool that we could see that going on. Spencer, you got some travel footage of Adam, don't you? Let's jump into this. We got some videos. Fan stuff got sent in the airport. Hey, well, before we get into some silliness, John Fowler comments. Great to see you, John. John was the original flagger at Oswego. John suffering from some medical stuff, but I told him the other day he still looks damn good. Would you not agree with me, Adam? John, a little bit slow moving around. He didn't look like he gained 25 years since we met him. So
nah,
you really
do look the same old John Fowler.
Hopefully you feel better, man. Yeah, we got talking about the first Canadian Sprint Car Nationals where he wore the top hat and the white tuxedo, and maybe we might have to break that out with Carter for the 20th year celebration coming up this September. But yeah, good to see John and Dina and their kids that are down there. It was good.
And John had some good gigs over the years, Oswego Speedway, Oscar,
yep.
Super Late Models and such. He got around. Definitely one of the old families of short track racing in Ontario.
Moved out to Edmonton and ran even Humberstone Gasport. Good call, Fran. That was even out of our realm. You let me know when you're ready with those travel shots, Spencer. And just throw them up on the screen anytime. We are expecting JR Fitzpatrick to join us. Cody McPherson going to join us to talk about ROC Sportsman coming up at Oswego and the hell of a season he's had, and he's strung a few of them together. And Merrittville's got a doubleheader this weekend, so we'll talk about that with Cody. And Jordan Howse, I think I got the mix. Jordan's going to come up a bit earlier, but Jordan just won the Big Hanley Memorial at Sunset on Saturday, so hopefully we can get these two guys in. Both of them are great mechanics. Both of them said not sure on the Savvy to get them on the show, but we sent them the links, and we're going to put on. JR Fitzpatrick is always on. All right, let's show these before we get into the serious racers. And we have a bunch of videos of the week coming up tonight, too. What do we got, Spencer? Oh, this is Adam in a vibrating chair at the airport. And we all laughed about it. I think in the end, Adam was probably the smart one, because how much was that, Adam, for how long?
It was $7 for 15 minutes.
Oh, really? That's not bad.
It was better than listen to you, dinks.
You still to listen to us. You were just vibrating while you listened to us, which is weird. You got one more too, right? This is Adam's robe video. Robe shot. I don't think if anybody hasn't seen this one yet.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you don't have that one? Oh, man, I'm letting everybody down. All right, I'll get that one before we go. If you're on Adam's Facebook, you've seen it.
Yeah,
nobody needs. It's not worth the research.
Although it is rare to get a hotel robe that fits my fat ass. So I was pretty pumped about that. They were fluffy.
That's how you know you're in the Sandman signature for all the big belts. You know, all the big money guys go there. Let's talk about the last couple weeks, Adam. You know, you and I spent some time out west. Edmonton. I thought the broadcast came out really good. Let's talk a bit about the morning. Hotel goes up, and that's where we all get together. Am I breaking up again?
Yeah, pretty badly. I wasn't sure if it was just my computer or...
What I was getting to was when we were talking with Alan LaBrosse in the hotel in the morning, and, you know, getting just his perspective even for a couple minutes in the lobby. Alan's got a good handle on where the series needs to be and what it's going to take. And even though 12 cars was the car count in Edmonton, they put on a hell of a show.
Yeah. It was. So here's the takeaways. And let's be real. 12 cars is not acceptable. It's not the goal. But you've got to get over that. That's something that's going to be worked on this offseason. That's something that's going to be worked on when next year's schedule comes out. But 4,500 fans at a short track. Those grandstands were absolutely jam-packed. Those fans were rabid. And they had a great time. I'm going to be honest. In Saskatoon, I heard multiple comments about the car counts in the stands at the track. In Edmonton, I didn't hear it from one person outside of our core group of people who would recognize that. I didn't hear any fans. I didn't hear the track owners talk about it. Nobody from Napa, who had upwards of 500 guests there at the race. I mean, that was as rabid a crowd as I have ever seen for one of our Western swing races. And we've had them over the years from Vernon, BC, to Edmonton to Saskatoon. So this is not new for us. It was pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of promise there. I'm excited to see where it goes. After riding to the track with Alan, you just get his perspective on it. I think that the future is still very bright for this series and going to be super exciting in the years to come. Where are they off to next, Adam? Is it GP3R next?
Yeah. GP3R for what is the highlight event of the season. We don't get to go to that one, Clinton, which is you would love that weekend.
Yeah, I just love when it's a festival like, I love the all-day events. Like Super Dirt Week was great. Start at 9 a.m., you're hearing cars till midnight. You go see the classes you want. I just think that's so awesome. If ever you get to go to an event like that, it's so much fun.
So we're used to dirt racing, predominantly, where you start the show and you hustle all the way through to the end. A road race is choreographed from start to finish. It is timed to the minute. So they know exactly what features they can run. They know exactly how long. They know how long every race is going to be, with the exception of the main event. The main event usually doesn't have a time limit, but every other race throughout the weekend is a timed race. It's pretty cool if you think about it, to be able to choreograph everything you're going to do. I just think that's neat. That's one of the cool things about road racing.
Spencer, if we get JR Fitzpatrick or Jordan, just bring them on as soon as we can. I'll have to message JR, find out what's up. But, man, it's been some good racing. We're in the middle. Here's JR. We're in the middle of the part of the summer. It's crazy to think we're at the halfway point already in a lot of these tour seasons. Let's talk to a guy who had busy seasons in the past. JR Fitzpatrick join us. Adam, take it away.
Always good to have JR Fitzpatrick on the show. JR, what is going on?
Not much. How are you guys doing? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know. What's the matter with you?
I guess I'm not winning enough. I don't know.
That could be it.
Let's talk first off. You've been on Facebook. Hi. Talking about this upcoming super late model race at Flam. Caselli's are stepped up again. That's kind of where you find yourself dabbling these days. Let's talk a bit about relates, JR, for someone who maybe doesn't know what they are, someone who's new on the scene. Like 10, 15, 20 years ago, they were the best thing you could see. And if you're a new kid to the deal, why should we kind of look into these cars more?
Yeah, I mean, these cars are very unique. I mean, they're kind of like the end result of Junior Hanley, Dick Anderson, Gary Blue, I mean, Don Biederman. When all those bodies start getting all wild and crazy in the 80s, this is kind of the end result of what that was. So they're a fabricated body, tons of horsepower. I mean, when you go across the border, you're talking, you got guys from 650 to 850 horsepower. They're nice and light, low to the ground, lots of good suspension parts. And to be honest, when you drive these cars, they're just badass. They're loud. They're just unreal. They're my favorite race car on asphalt. And the race at Gold Rush should be really interesting because we have I'm hearing approximately 6 or 7 guys coming from Michigan, Ohio area that have come to Flamborough, and we're going to have to see if we can keep up.
Do you think they'll adapt pretty quickly to Flamborough Speedway, JR? It is a tricky racetrack, but, given that they're probably pretty damn good to begin with, will it take them long to figure it out?
Yeah, so Bobby Blunt, he's been here numerous times. So I think I heard Kyle Crump's coming in that car. And Bobby's stuff's really good. We won there in his car last year. Tons of horsepower. Car handles really well. So it's a different ball game down there, man. I mean, they'll come here and maybe the first practice they might struggle, but they're going to figure it out. Flamborough has just the perfect amount of grip and just long enough straightaways where you can use the power. I just don't know for how long. I mean, when I drove Bobby's car last year, we slowed up probably half a second throughout the 50-lap feature. So it'll be really interesting. I don't think the guys that are coming are going to have any issue.
JR, it's a wild spot. A lot of people say these bodies are so wide. It's going to be tight at Flamborough when you get a field of these cars out there trying to go at it like they did back in the day. Can you go right to the high side of Flamborough and use that outside lane with these cars?
I've said it for years. Their Flamborough has an outside groove. Same for Sauble. There's an outside groove at these racetracks. It just all depends, how nice the guy on the bottom wants to play and how nice the guy on top wants to play. Because, you get guys that want to run you up the fence, and obviously it's not going to work. But, there's been numerous times that I've raced in an outlaw car or a Pro Late Model where everybody shows respect and you put on great racing. So the thing about the outlaw cars, it's going to be really hard to pass on the top because of the horsepower factor, because it's so hard to put all that power down, even on the bottom. So it'll be tricky on the top, but I don't suspect there'll be anybody moving each other out of the way. Just the noses are so steep. But I do think it's going to be some close racing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to what the racing is going to be like, because you're going to have 5 to 6, 7 guys coming from the United States that have ton of power, awesome cars. And you got probably 4 or 5 of us here that are starting to get our stuff figured out, and it'll be cool to see where we get thrown in the mix there.
JR, you talked about the cars falling off a good half a second a lap. Will you start your run or try to start your run half a second slower so you can maybe build some speed? Pacing yourself. I've watched a lot of races down south where they're really, really good at cruising until it's time to go. That's never been one of your strongest suits, but I could see you pulling that out. Can you do it?
Well, I agree with you. I'm definitely not much for just cruising around, but I was thinking about this the other day because I was thinking about that exact question you just asked. Like, what do I have to do to make this car last 124 laps and be fast? And I'm like, you know what? We do a pretty good job of that nowadays, because in APC, I think I only have 3 or 4 poles, but I don't know, 10 wins. So I think we're getting better at making sure the car is good on a longer run than just going, balls to the wall and getting good laps and practice and qualifying. So these cars are very unique. They feel good all the time. That's the problem with them. They feel good all the time until you get halfway through the run and you start losing your tires. So thankfully, this car we got we've had it working so well that even in qualifying, all my fastest laps have been in the race. So hopefully that continues here for 124 laps. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who shows up because I know of a few Canadian guys trying to get cars to come play. And yeah, there's going to be so much talent at this race. It'll be just like a little bit of a faster APC event.
Speaking of APC, any rumors to you coming back? We always hear the twinkle out there. What can you tell us about APC? Will you be making any more starts this summer?
Definitely Delaware 300. I don't know about anywhere else. Just I know Saubles this weekend, but my problem is I just for those who don't know, I ran a Flamborough APC race, felt really good all day, and then in the race I was just off. Setup wasn't good, and then we found out our motor went sour. It blew up on the dyno when we took it there. So I got a new engine in. I went to Delaware a couple weeks ago. The thing barely ran all day. Changed distributor, brand new distributor. Put the old one back in. It ran good. Finished third in the race. Car was really good, but still off. So I feel like because I'm not in the car all the time and I'm not 150% committed into that program right now, it's tough just to dabble. I mean, people who think they can just dabble in and run up front, it's really hard. And yeah, I mean, I'd like to go to maybe the second Sauble. Maybe it's definitely not going to happen this weekend. Just with no sponsors on the car this year, with family, and just there's a lot of variables getting thrown in there. But we'll be out again at least 2 more times.
Sounds good, man. Well, JR, I look forward to seeing you in that race at Flamborough. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. And if you win it, we're going to have you back on again. So do something spectacular because we always like talking to you.
Well, I appreciate that. And that'll give me something really to look forward to. I'll try and win that because I love talking with you guys.
There you go. Thanks, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks, JR. He put on his Facebook GeForce 805 and everybody said, dirt announcement? Like, no, everybody just jumps to conclusions. Not right? The story, but JR is so good everywhere he goes. And great to see him being a good ambassador for this race and, promoting the Flamborough deal. Jordan Howse polishing his car up in the back. He'll be joining us here shortly, as that is a sharp-looking ride, man. When I looked up Jordan today on Facebook to pull him over, man, he was looking good. What a hot-looking ride. You got something for me, Adam? I was going to make a mention here.
The Houses always have had good-looking cars. His dad always had great-looking cars at Flamborough. Always had cartoon characters, if I remember right. Different one every year. But the Houses have always had good-looking race cars.
Jordan, can you hear us? How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's going good. What about you guys?
Well, first off, Adam, let me jump in here because you said you weren't very tech savvy, and I watched you set up your whole set, microphone, waxing the car, man. You got the best setup of any rookie we've ever had on the show. So first off, congrats on a great win Saturday. A pretty kick-ass season so far at Sunset. And, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys having me on.
No, we're glad to have you, man. First off, what is it about you and big money races that you're getting it done?
I wouldn't say it comes down to big money. I think just anything like over an extended distance is more my forte. Like, I'm not getting knocked regular Saturday night racing, but you show me anything 100 laps, even 75 laps or more, and it gets me ticking really good.
Jordan, a big win. I mean, it's awesome that the Todishes and the staff worked so hard to put together great payouts for you guys. What does that mean for you guys as a team that they're working hard to really put Sunset back where it should have been all along? And, the place is back. It's hot again.
Yeah, it's huge for us. Like myself, I'm running out of a 2-car garage. I don't have the funding some guys do. So even just weekly payouts being up more than they were before it, and especially this past weekend, it helps out huge. Puts me in a place where I might be able to go run more than what I originally planned and budgeted for. So we're winning this weekend. I already got some plans for some extracurricular stuff, we'll say, but I can't say it yet.
You were noticeably absent when APC ran Sunset Jordan, for the first round. Is that what we're hinting at? Maybe seeing you run some of those shows, and why is that? Is it a cost factor to run that series?
It's more of a cost factor for me and time. We're always busy with work, and I missed the spring show due to a family situation, so it tied me up. It wasn't my plans to go support. Like APC had me for a year, so it'd be nice to support them at Sunset, but also for the weekly fans to come out see me there with the tour guys there. It's always an extra little touch.
The way Dan McHattie ran at Peterborough, were you kind of looking back on the Sunset race and going, man, that should be me out there taking the home cash?
Yeah, definitely. I was a bit sour I didn't get to run the opening race there at Sunset because opening night for us was 100 laps as well. So we knew we had a good setup book ready for the car. I confident if we had the chance to run it. So a bit of a kick in the ass that we didn't get.
Hey, I don't know a whole lot about Saturday's race except that you won it, Jordan. Did you lead the whole way? What? Tell us about your race.
No, actually, I didn't qualify the greatest. Adam, and Clinton, you have both seen me run APC for a year, so you know I'm not the best at time trials. So qualified sixth. Early in the race, it was just our plan to ride or fall back. A few guys wanted to get going pretty early, so I let them go. Didn't really worry about getting to the bottom. And then I rode until, I want to say around lap 50. I went in for a fuel stop because I have a smaller fuel cell, and the boys were confident that I'd make it all the way, but I wasn't quite confident. So we went in, then restarted about 12th. And by the competition caution there, we did I lose you?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
No, you're there.
Nope, we got you.
No, I was looking at JR's ceiling. It looked like he picked up the phone. I wasn't sure what's going on. So yeah, we just mainly rode around, picked off car here and there till we went for fuel, and then did the same thing after fuel. And then by that competition caution, we stayed out. I was up to third by then, and then lap 113 we took the lead.
That sounds like a fun race to watch.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. There's a lot of guys doing a really good job at saving. Joey Lawrence, of course, you knew he'd be good in an extended distance race. Dwayne Baker, phenomenal at Sunset, especially in the supers and those long races. He just wait. So I knew I had those guys coming behind me. Once I got to the lead, they started moving around pretty good. So I had to worry what they were doing a little bit. And but it was cool even when we were riding around, seeing guys, different strategies, like short pins, stuff like that, going in early so they could make adjustments and take fuel early and whatnot. So even as a driver, it was exciting watching what was going on from the car.
Jordan, you say you're not the best at qualifying. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. I don't want to blame it on the car because I've got a phenomenal piece. It's always been a long run car. I've gone a couple poles at Sunset in the last couple of years. I scuffed tires this past weekend in practice. I think that hurt us a little bit. But I've never been able to quite put my finger where the exact problem is because it's hit and miss if we're good or not. And I guess right now we're just on a bit of a sour streak for time trials.
If you've got to give up something, if you race well in a long race, enjoy it. Nobody remembers who qualified where at the start. They remember who's sitting in victory lane, though, at the end. Yeah,
exactly. And I'm going to be honest, it's not a race I want to start on the pole. You got too many guys that might want to go too soon or you worry about going too soon. So I had a couple people actually ask me after qualifying because we were fastest in both practices. And I just got a couple, hey, what the hell happened to you? And it's, guys, it's all right. It's just time trials. We have 172 laps. If I could have started at the tail and I wouldn't have been worried. I mean, you would have been worried to touch. I don't want to sound cocky by saying that. I just mean lap-wise, you're okay.
Let's talk about the end of the season here coming up at Sunset. Any races you're looking forward to, anything you got circled maybe on your map that you will tell us about going forward for the rest of the summer?
I don't have any concrete plans right now besides Sunset. Got to get through the car in one piece. I don't have that much time to thrash at a car if it gets tore up or anything. So we got to be careful where we go and what we go and do outside of Sunset. But definitely Sunset-wise, the Allen Lincoln Cup I ran it last year in a mini stock, and we won it in the pro late model portion in our car here. So Alan was one of my roommates. Like he lived at the house here with me for a little while he was in school. He's a great friend, and so that's the biggest one. Even regardless, this past weekend paying so much at the start of the year, that one's at the top of my list. Just go put a good show on for one of my friends.
Now, do you guys still have a super late model?
No, we don't. It got wrecked at Jukasa in 18, I believe was the year we ran Jukasa with it. Yeah. So, and it got sold to Chris Burles. But I was listening to JR while I was working away there, and I've got to agree with him. Super late models are the most fun, in my opinion, with what I've driven. So I'm going to side with him on that. And I don't have the opportunity to run one at Gold Rush, so I'm pretty jealous of everybody getting to run one again this coming weekend or next weekend, whenever it is.
Right on, Jordan. It's good having you on. Adam, anything else you got for him?
No, man, just congratulations. Keep up the good work, and yeah, good job on the weekend.
Thank you very much, guys. It was an honor being on with you guys.
Thanks for your time, Jordan. Congrats on a great win, picking up the Junior Hanley Classic at Sunset and 15 large. It's a good deal, man.
Yeah, kind words from Jordan Howse, man. I've known that family a long time. You grew up in the sport, that's for sure.
Always super polite. I mean, the sport needs more Jordan Houses in the deal. And kick-ass race car. The thing looks badass just sitting still. And always good interview. So appreciate Jordan's time. Wow, how about a shout-out? I got my Palmer Friesen racing hat on. And what a shout-out to Stewie and the GSR boys taking Glenn's 410 to Weedsport and nearly grabbing a podium. Man, had there been one or two less yellows, Stewie might have had his Oshweekend repeat there. It was 9 years to the day, I think they said, of his Oshweekend win, which would have been super cool if he had been able to pull that off. He was coming at the end. Did you get to watch any of that, Adam?
Yeah. He drove a great race, working the bottom lap after lap, and that's a tough place to do that at. Yeah, it was fun to watch for sure.
Definitely exciting. It's pretty rare I'm screaming at the TV, but I was pumped that night. Good to see them go at it. What else we got coming up? We are waiting for Cody McPherson. Not really waiting. I told him 8:35, I think. So he should be on cue.
Yep. Let's address Tyler's question. What's the price difference between Outlaw Super Late Model and NASCAR Canada? It's an interesting question. A NASCAR Canada car, to my knowledge, is much more expensive than a super late model, and I don't know why. Because a super late model
I can tell you why. It's NASCAR has to be certified to seat. That draws up the cost. NASCAR has to certify the cell. All those things drive up the cost, right? Over the other ones.
Yeah, but even the building of the cars and some of the components, I don't understand why they're expensive as they are.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're announcers. None of our business, I guess.
But as far as running a race, it is much cheaper to go and run a super late model race because you can show up midway through the afternoon, unload and go racing, a couple of practice sessions and go. With NASCAR, the races are usually a hell of a lot farther away. And I'm not knocking NASCAR. I'm just saying it's for someone like JR Fitzpatrick, who is from Cambridge, Ontario, from Ayr, Ontario. It's much easier to go to Flamborough with the crew that he's got. No flights involved, no overnight stays. Just go down there and have a great night of racing.
I agree. We see it just from our travel and what the TSN crew does to take care of us. It's pretty wild how much logistic stuff goes into getting even a small race team of 6 out on the road. Even what Larry Jackson and Howie go through for his small team, it's still quite a workout. Cody McPherson ready to join us. Bring him on when he's ready. Now, Fran brought up a great stat. Fran's obviously our Niagara Dirt statistician. Fran said Cody has not finished worse than 4th all year long, which is a pretty damn kick-ass stat. Cody, welcome to the show. Thanks for taking time tonight. And That's pretty damn good, man. You always run good, but that's a nice stat to be hanging your hat on. Is that something you and the boys are working for to make sure you can maintain that batting average throughout the season now?
Yeah, we just always take it one race at a time, and we always just try to win. And if we could just keep finishing in the top five, eventually the streak's gonna end. I don't think we can keep going on it all year, but we'll keep going as long as we can and see what happens.
How many fourth place finishes do you have, Cody?
One.
I was going to say, I don't think I've watched a race this year that you didn't win. I'm sure you've been in some that you didn't win, but I think every time I've had my eyes on a race, you're out in front. So, yeah, one.
Well,
so where was it?
Won?
Wait a second. Let's call it out. Where was this freaking fourth place finish? Why'd you do so shitty?
It was Ransville Speedway, and actually kind of rubbered up, so it was a little bit of train racing, but yeah, it was at Ransomville.
So how many races have you run, Cody? Do you know the number so far this year?
I think we're at... Yeah, Rick does. I'm pretty sure we're at 24.
So it's really 23rd. Thirds are better with that one friggin' fourth to stick in your side a bit, right? Like that's not even the true stat. It is the true stat, but you're actually running a lot better than that. How many wins you got in those 4 races?
17.
Yeah, okay. Well, cry about your fourth to somebody else then, Cody. All right. All in all, you've been kicking ass. It's always good to see. Let's talk about the weekend coming up. Maryville's got some big action going on. You got Rush Weekend on Friday. Will you run all the races? And maybe where do you like to run the best?
Yeah, we're going to run all the races. We even talked about going to Vermont on Sunday for their $5,000 to win show, but I think it might just be a little bit too much. But my favorite's always been Ohsweken. We only get there once or twice a year, and I love just going there. I think I've checked the weather every 2 hours for the last 3 days just because I keep waiting for it to change, and I'm always excited to get there.
How are we looking? How are we looking for Friday?
Well, they got the rain, the sun, the clouds, the lightning bolts, so they got all their bases covered. So I don't think they have any idea what's coming. They're just, covering all their bases.
Just remember, Ohsweken Speedway has its own weather system. Like,
Perfect.
It can be rain in 5 minutes, any direction down the road, and be bone dry at the racetrack.
Well, I hope that's the case Friday.
Yeah, we'd love to see it for sure.
We fought through probably 5 nights like that where it was supposed to rain everywhere around us and everybody was pulling in with wet trailers, but we got the nights in. If we can get it in, we will. If it's, but I'll tell you, Cody, I'm the guy who should care about the weather at Ohsweken the most and probably do, but I don't even look at it till Thursday morning because it'll drive you absolutely crazy for the next 2 days that don't matter till we get into when I can see the hourly for the next 24 hours because it can say rain, but if it rains from midnight to 6, that just means Zigger and the boys have an easier afternoon, so don't sweat it yet. We'll figure out where we get to.
Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Cody, let's talk about questions coming in for you. The elephant in the room. A lot of the boys moved up to 358. Do you intend to make the move to 358 modified or whatever we're calling it at Maryville these days for 2025?
We're thinking about it. Yeah, so the issue right now is to run Maryville and be competitive. You got to have the W16 with the sail panels, and then if you do that, you're just stuck there Saturday nights. There's a reason why guys like Gary have an open motor for Ransomville and then a Wagner for Maryville. I actually asked Donnie on Saturday if they've considered letting the open motors at least try to run sail panels, maybe with added weight to see if it's competitive, or if it's too competitive, then obviously it won't work. But that would at least give us the option to have one motor but run multiple tracks. But right now, with the Sportsman, like I said, we can go race Sunday for $5,000 to win. It's $2,000 to win Monday. We just raced for $2,000 to win. There's so many 2,000 plus to win shows, as long as you're willing to travel. And with my job and having Rick, who's able to go to all the races, we're able to hit all those shows. So it doesn't make sense for me to move up and just run one night a week. I don't want to do that.
You know what? That's a great answer, Cody. It makes total sense. You can travel around. You can do whatever the hell you want. You do that on Saturday nights, and I'd love to see it, but you're not going to win 17 races by the end of July.
Yeah, no, and I would love to move up. It's just, like I said, it'd be racing one night a week. And I see all the guys that moved up and, they were kind of only running one night a week. James was the only one that traveled a bit more, but even he had a hard time getting off work for weekday shows. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to get the time off and to hit up all these shows. So, there's just so many good paying sportsman shows these days that it's hard to pass that up.
Especially when you're winning. Cody, we kind of heard the same sentiment from Dave Bailey in the past when he was offered crate rides or, hey, do you want to move up? And he's like, hey, man, I like to race 3-4 nights a week. If I move to that, I'm racing Fridays and that's it. And I want to do this a lot as much as I can. And hey, we get that side of things. Cody, we've kind of seen what I want to say is, over your career and your family, you've seen tracks come and go, Humberstone, Merrittville, Ransville, up and down. Where are we? Merrittville seems like it's got a resurgence now. Donnie seems to have the modifieds hitting on all cylinders. The sportsman car counts have never been shy there. Like Merrittville's a happening now on Saturday nights, right?
Yeah, Merrittville's been really good. Sportsman, modifieds, full fields, mini stocks. You guys got a ton. Merrittville's got a ton. Even the mod lights, they're up over 20. The street stocks were doing great until this past week. I'm not sure if there's a big race somewhere, but they only had about 14 or 15 cars. But usually it's a full field. So yeah, like every class is full field, and the crowd is always packed, which is nice to see. So Donnie's been doing a really good job there.
On an unrelated topic, Cody, how often do you get mistaken in public for Travis Kelce?
I should get that quite a bit. It was funny. We were sitting at the bar the one night, and I was only dating my girlfriend at the time for about 3 months, and he was on a TV behind me. And, she was staring because all the girls do, and I'm like, hey, I get told I look like him, and she goes, yeah, right. And then for the next couple months, every week, someone was coming up saying I looked like him. So, about the Walmart version, I'd say, of Travis Kelce, I guess.
Yep, you got to learn to sign, to do his autograph. You play it through if he to do it.
Yeah.
You don't sign your autograph with number 7. Sign it with his number.
Yeah, perfect. Well, maybe I'll start doing that.
I don't know how Cody was as a football player, but you got to see this guy skate. Skates like to win with a shot from hell. But Cody, no offense, dude, but Kelsey's got to have you by probably a foot and 100 pounds. Like you got the look, but you're like you said, you're not quite as big as he is, man.
That's what I say. I'm the Walmart version of him. If that. Yeah.
There's Spencer right on the ball.
Wow.
I trimmed the beard. When the beard was a little bit bigger, I had a better shot at it, but not so much right now.
Spencer, and you know what's funny?
Gold star.
I had never thought of it, Cody. And I was sitting at the races the one night, and someone sitting near me mentioned it. Like, holy shit. Yeah, he really does, doesn't he? And then to see it side by side. Anyhow, those are the important questions that we ask.
Perfect.
Cody, what race are you looking forward to, and will you do Super Dirt Week to end the year again?
Oh, yeah, Super Dirt Week. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most. The track, the way it slickens off, it races kind of like Merrittville, and I think that's why we seem to run good there. Maddie runs good there. I'm definitely looking forward to getting back there. And then Devil's Bowl, they have a 10 grand to win show that is always up there. And of course, this Friday night at Oshegan Speedway, like I said, that's probably my favorite track. So I'm looking forward to getting back there.
Awesome, Cody. We're excited to have you. Race the Champions. Hey, give us one last pitch. I ask everybody this. Tell the fans, if they weren't planning on coming to Oshegan, why they should come see the Sportsman Cars at the Big O on Friday night.
Well, it's our last time there for the year. We always seem to put on a good show, and it'll definitely be a full field of cars. So come on out, and we'll put on a good show for you guys.
Right on. Thanks, Cody.
I've only got one more for you, Cody, before Spencer makes you disappear. How big a difference is the setup? Because you run on a different tire, don't you, with Race of Champions?
No, we're still on the Hoosiers. Same
That's all this.
tires. Yeah, I actually keep it real simple. I do the same thing at every racetrack I go to. I never change anything. So for me, it's always the same. I know other guys like to change shocks and springs, and I say they all kind of overthink it a little bit. But for me, I just keep it simple.
You just frustrated the hell out of everybody you race with.
Yeah.
Well done. Hey, man, thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, and I'll see you guys Friday night.
All right, see you, Cody. Thank you, man. Cody McPherson, the Race of Champions at Vadosh weekend this Friday night. Crates are off, the 360 sprints. Kind of like an old school Osh weekend vibe. Mini stocks, thunder stocks, sportsmen, and the sprints are in town. So excited to see that. Talking about sprint cars, we mentioned Stewart's good run with GSR car. Want to send a shout out to the Nitro team that is going to Knoxville for the 360 Nationals this weekend. I believe Liam and Ryan are down there representing Osh weekend. I took a bit of shit from some of the teams out of them this week because, we already have a limited points schedule at Osh weekend, right? Limited weeks to move up or down or to set your season where you want to be in. But I think it's important, kind of like the dirt package, to if our guys feel they're good enough to go down and battle and win the Knoxville 360 National, I think it's our duty to open up that schedule and make it feasible for them to be able to go. So, we'll see how that works out. Maybe it's an experiment that doesn't fly, but that's the thought process behind it. So
It's important to do it, Clinton. You've got to acknowledge the biggest race in the world for 360 sprint cars. And if you're going to call yourself a legitimate track for running them, you've got to encourage your racers to go. At least give them that opportunity and not cost them a championship by leaving.
No, I appreciate you saying that. And then, the other point we're going to support is if we're making, you come to Osh weekend or Knoxville, the other race that was going on this weekend was the Great Lakes Super Sprints. And Barry did a great job bringing us 10 cars to the Summer Thunder on the Grand event. He'll be bringing a bunch more back to the Nationals. So the 360 teams have to show up in the points or show up in the results at either the Knoxville Nationals, the Eldora race, or Osh weekend to get their show-up points. Now, there's one caveat there, though, Adam. If Eldora were to rain out or Knoxville were to rain out, that's a gamble they're taking. We are not giving show-up points for Eldora raining out on a Saturday. So if you're worried about that, get your ass to Friday, get your show-up points. And that's been made known to the teams that were looking to travel. But, that's as clear as we can make it. So,
That's savage.
Burger Barn Friday of the Week time. What were we supposed to do? Hold them out and give free. Everybody could say they were going there. So,
yeah, maybe.
Knoxville's going to run. Knoxville's going to run next open day. So that won't be rained out.
Yeah,
but
true
the guys who want to try Eldora, on the Saturday and forgo Friday, that's a gamble they're going to have to take. Burger Barn videos of the week. Let's move into that. We got some cool stuff going on. I think we got a whole bunch of them. I don't know where we're going with this. Let's just stop in between Spencer. We'll analyze them and have some fun. Oh, this is Matt Williamson. And Spencer, you got to pipe up here. How are they doing this? This is one of those new cameras. I think this is mounted on the car, but it somehow makes it look like it's floating above. What is this technology, Spencer? And show it again when you explain it to us, if you can. It's some kind of 360 camera mounted on the back of Matty's car. This is Ransomville Speedway.
That's exactly it. It's a 360 camera that automatically removes the mount from the shot.
So the camera's actually hanging up this high, 6 feet off the car?
Yes.
Wow.
I think Abby is flying behind the car.
He's that precise. It almost looks like a iRacing viewpoint from there. Okay, that's cool. I saw that one. Good view from the back of the.
Whoa! You know what? Spencer, show that again, please. Don't look at the car. Look at the sky. That just freaked me out.
When he turns the corner, the whole thing changes.
Yeah, it's like what? Forget it.
Racing through the galaxy. All right, what else we got? Oh, this is the pit fight, Adam. I don't know if we need to see this. This is the Cars Tour. after the
Yeah.
finish there the other day. I know I shared it. Okay, the cops are all over it, but are they doing anything? Like, do people actually get arrested, or the cops just show up and do nothing?
Well, what are they going to do? If they get involved, they got to start shooting.
They start arresting people.
They will. They do the way you should. Let them fight to the ground, then peel them apart.
Yeah, I'm just shocked this happens at all those events.
And I hope
You know?
I hope that lady officer is reaching for her taser. She's about to F things up. Did you see her at the end?
Yeah. I just watched. I'm like, man, there's always cops on the scene. But does anybody ever go away in the bracelets to stop this behavior?
But I'll tell you,
Yeah.
hats off to the Cars Tour for disqualifying the driver that spun the leader in turn 4 of the last lap.
Shit, I don't think we shared that video, but that was a good point. We were watching it on the way to the airport on Sunday. It was happily to see. You know, it's about time. You dumped the leader. You shouldn't get to win. That guy wasn't even close to him for the last 3 laps, and he just poured it on and dumped him. So, good deal. What else we got, Spencer? Oh, watch this go-kart move around the outside. Number 6. That was slick. Show that one again. These two guys are fighting on the inside, and the other guy keeps it going. This way you don't look over your shoulder when you're karting. Just keep your head down and drive. That was almost like a reverse slide job from sprint cars. Like, slid right in front of them perfect and was gone. Okay, keep it going.
That's what you get for defending the bottom.
Okay, I'm obsessed with the Red Bull soapbox and the flug tog, whatever they're calling. These are all the bad crashes.
Yeah, he's all right through there. I have no idea how he's managing to steer. Somebody else is steering it at the back, look. I think that's Martin underneath. I didn't say, oh, he's gone.
He's got run over by his own car.
Oh, keep it. Oh, bang, through you go.
Okay, the problem is once you get hooked into one, we're going to see another one of them too, I think. But Adam, I'm a race promoter. My dream is to bring Red Bull soapbox to somewhere, Niagara Falls, somewhere around here. We got to do it. That'd be the best, most fun thing we could ever do. We got to figure that out. Okay.
Obviously.
Anything else, Spencer? Is there any more Red Bull stuff? Oh, yeah. Either that or we got to go to one and make a team.
Not with those little wheels.
That was a good face plant. Look at this one. Right out into the woods. See ya.
Wow. They're hauling ass.
Well, yeah, it's not easy. They definitely want you to crash. That was a wild turn they got there.
Yeah, that was unceremonious. Is that Abbott and Costello?
Oh
no.
For some reason, that's my airport entertainment. Just watching the Red Bull. Spencer sees him coming. He's like, "What do we? Not another one while he's on the road. What the hell are you sending to the dump?" All right, what else we got? When drunk ideas become reality. These are those 6-wheeled Argos they use for hunting.
I'm not sure about the stripper music.
I know. Cool, of course. All right, that is kind of weird. Now you said it. That's enough. What else we got? Okay, so this is like a Rammstein concert. Watch how he lights these fires. I'm amazed how he does this. Like, it's a perfect shot. Obviously, it's set up. Look at the fireworks. They land right where they're supposed to. And then shoot back. It's crazy. What a pyro show. That's how we need to start our Friday nights at Osh Weekend. I thought that was pretty kick ass. But how did he shoot the firework over and it lands right in the pot where it's going to fire from? I watched it 1,000 times. What else we got? Wow. Another best dad in the universe video. Whoever these kids' dad wins the medal. Wins it all today.
No kidding.
It's awesome. Just don't crash in the
They
pool,
racing around.
dumbasses.
I was gonna say, are they racing around the swimming pool?
Yes. All right, what else? I'm jealous of those kids. Get out of my screen.
In Japan, you can ride on a live racetrack in a
Okay,
tour bus.
this
Back
actually,
in
I actually looked this up.
2017, a number of circuits in Japan,
You can go.
like Suzuka
It says a number of
and the
circuits in
Fuji
Japan, like
Speedway,
Suzuka,
started
and the
allowing
Fuji
circuit
Speedway started
safaris,
allowing
with
circuit
tour buses
safaris
lapping the track
with tour
during
buses
practice
lapping the
sessions as race
track
cars
during
sit by.
practice
This has
sessions.
become so popular that even other countries
Wow.
have allowed circuit safaris.
What could go
That's
wrong?
what. Now show it again, because I don't think people even realize what we were looking at until we
In
got to
Japan,
the end of that.
You
But
can ride on a live racetrack in
look
a
at
tour
that.
bus.
It's crazy.
Back in 2017, a number of circuits in Japan, like Suzuka and the Fuji
And-
Speedway,
okay, so I don't know who's
started
more
allowing
crazier for.
circuit safaris,
The
with
drivers
tour
out there,
buses
like,
lapping the track during practice
just watch out for the
sessions as
buses
race
down the
cars sit by.
backstretch.
This has become so popular that even other countries
Craziness.
have allowed
All right.
circuit.
What else we got?
This is the famous 12-hour lawnmower race,
Okay,
the Le
it's
Mans
official.
of grassroots
Shrek,
racing. where
build us
teams
a
of
cart,
racers race through
Get us
the
the
night
airplane
on
tickets,
modified
and me and Adam are going on the
60-mile-an-hour
12-hour
lawnmowers.
crest
And it's
to,
happening soon in Petersfield
race
on
for
the
the
10th
12-hour
and 11th of August.
marathon
the
of
riders will be
mowers.
racing these high-revving, powerful, modified
You know we can't do
lawnmowers
without Shrek.
designed to make racing affordable
No,
and
exactly.
accessible. We race all over the
Guru of
country,
like
but
a
this
lawnmower
is
race.
the big one. The one that every racer wants to win.
I still can't believe it, to be honest. Still can't believe it.
Teams of 3 riders will work together to drive the fastest laps from 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. on a mile-long racetrack in a British field, making pit stops to change drivers and trying to avoid breakdowns. Get your tickets below or check us out at blmra.co.uk.
Let's do it. I'm in for that.
I'm down.
Let's go. Let's go to Britain. Let's go mow some grass in good old England. All right, what else we got? That's it.
Aw.
It's just getting fun. You're no fun. Spencer, no fun. Hey, I want to thank our guests. We had some good guests tonight. JR Fitzpatrick, Jordan Howse, and Cody McPherson. 3 of the best performers Ontario's had in a while on the show tonight, which was good. What we got coming this weekend? We got Oshwegan. Sauble has a big race this weekend, Adam. We know that APC will be there. We'll be live at 7 o'clock on G-Force with our fancy opening because we're going to make one this week. And we will be showcasing the Can-Am Midgets, the APC late models, and the Legend cars who have a big event Sunday. They got cars coming from everywhere. I was going to get Blake Outhouse on. We never got to Blake today, but they expected a good car count up in Sauble Beach this weekend. So much that they moved part of the Legend stuff to Sunday, I think, because they wouldn't have enough time to get everybody in on the Saturday. Now, don't quote me on that. That's what they were talking about a month ago. So,
Well, Sunday is the big Corey McAllister sponsored race, right?
yeah, the 2-speed nationals,
fans.
right?
Yeah, the fans' choice.
So, that's cool. There was talk about us filming it, but we'll just be there Saturday. I may be at the beach Sunday because I'm staying up there for a few days. So excited to see how that goes. I don't know what we're doing with the show next week because we'll have to see where I'm at. But we'll figure that one out. We can always do it from
All right.
today because we've done it before.
We'll figure it out.
We always do. Anything else you want to talk about? We got 5 minutes to go. What do we need to get through here? Yeah, Freedom announced.
Where's
Sprint race, 2,500 to win, 250 on August 10th. What else you got?
my finish line?
Oh my God, you bore me so much with that finish line bullshit. Why do you need it?
I want it.
Sound like a kid. I want it. Maryville's got Monday race. Don't forget, big Monday race at Maryville this Monday. So if you're looking for something else to do, you can always get out there and check out that. So for us, it's Sauble Beach this weekend, Adam. Sauble's a cool track. They always seem to get a good crowd there. It's a great place. Holiday weekend, so it'll be busy in Sauble this weekend. Describe Sauble to the fans. It's tight, not a bad seat in the house. good seating.
Yeah. You just did. It's tight. It's a bull ring. People are usually in a chill mood because it's clearly cottage country. It feels like a vacation going up there. The racing is serious, but it's definitely got a different vibe to it.
Yeah, so we'll be on the air at 7. I always like going up there. It's, the drive's nice up through the woods, and we get up there, have a good time. What else we got happening? So Ash Weekend's Friday. After that, as Cody said, last Race of Champions race for those guys for the year. I thought they did a really good job. The Mod Lights put on a great show there for us 2 weeks too, bringing in a good crowd of cars, and that was awesome to see. We still have a late model race coming up, and I saw that Buxton had a big mini stock race too and had a bunch of cars down there, so good on them on the weekend.
And I love seeing different racetracks, having these big events and drawing some big car counts, particularly the dirt tracks, Clinton. It's I haven't lost hope with asphalt tracks, but there are some good events going on that are getting some support, but the dirt tracks really seem to be doing a good job with their big events for smaller classes.
I think we got to dig into what Cody said about small car counts in the Thunder stocks, Hoosier stocks at Merrittville on Saturday. I want to know what that's about, because that seems a little bit odd that they would be that light on cars in that one class. And if it was a protest, I'm sure I would have heard a grumbling about it by now, but I don't know if it could just be everybody on the road. Fran, what do you make of it? You were there. Were the car counts light? I'm trying to look it up right now on my race pass to see exactly what they were on Saturday.
Hard to imagine that's the division that would be short on cars.
Yeah, so let's see. Only 14 cars. That's weird. Now I got to get on the phone and find out what happened there. Where'd they all go? Did everybody go camping for the weekend? Less Oshweekend lately. But Oshweekend was off. So could it be that all the Oshweekend guys took the weekend off, and that means they, didn't go to Merrittville because of that? I didn't think
it's a possibility.
We were many. Maybe we were. Maybe everybody went to the powwow. They didn't go down there. Yeah, we don't know.
How well attended was the powwow?
Oh, they don't have any worries there. When the sun's out, the people come, man. They pack that joint all weekend. Really good deal. I got a thank you letter today from Charlene from the powwow committee. So everything was good. Weather was good. So Casey and his teammate were there. Norbeagle. Okay, so that gets you right to 17 quick. I think Lamans might still be down a motor or a car. So I don't know. Anyways, that'll do it for this program. Thanks everybody for joining us. Next week should be back on Tuesday as usual. You never know in the summer.
Here's hoping.
Could be going to concert. Could be camping. Could be sleeping. Thanks Adam for hanging out all week. Spencer, good to see you when we do. Friday back at it. Make sure you come out to Rush Weekend. We're going to pound that one out too, and hopefully weather plays on our side.
And Tyler, have a safe trip to Italy, my friend. We will see you when you get back.
Yeah, and I told Tyler that you can watch G-Force in Italy. You don't have to miss your racing fix. YouTube's around the world, buddy. Just look us up. We'll be here. Thanks everybody. Talk to you soon.